Welcome everybody, bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue sur le Chat with Pat. Et oui, nous sommes de retour aujourd'hui le 20 août, 11 heures, heure de Montréal. Hi everybody, Chat with Pat is back after a little bit of holidays, to take some sun and to make sure that I come back in shape and ready for you guys. So, before we start, I'm going to tell you that normally we should have once a month a chat with Pat. So next one should be on September 17 or around. On devrait avoir des chats with Pat une fois par mois approximativement, mais le prochain, en tout cas, ça devrait être vers la mi-septembre. Alors, pour commencer la saison, naturellement, qui d'autre que le seul et unique, notre CEO, notre DG national, M. Nicolas Gill, qui est en attente en ce moment. So, to start the season, we will have with us no one else, then whatever my English. Sorry, it's as usual. It's our CEO at HPD. Welcome, bonjour, Monsieur Gill.
Bonjour. Hello, everyone.
I hope everything is fine with you, my friend. J'espère que tout va bien, mon ami.
Yes, enjoying a bit of sun like you and a bit of holiday, and we're back for a new season.
Super. Well, before we start asking all the questions and play games and everything, that game is going to be so much fun. Cette petite partie, reste avec nous, mesdames et messieurs, ça risque d'être rigolo. Before we start, you're a judo legend for us. Tu es une petite légende pour nous. You've been 2 times medalist at Olympic Games, 2 fois médaillé aux Jeux Olympiques, 3 fois médaillé aux Championnats du Monde, 3-time medalist at prêt?
Ça a coupé un petit peu. It cut off a little bit. So I guess the right answer is yes.
Oh, merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. So, our judo legend, tu es le seul et unique judoka canadien à avoir été intronisé au temple de la renommée du judo international, right? You're the only one across Canada that's been inducted to the Hall of Fame Judo from International Federation, right?
So far, yes. I would say the first one, not the only one.
The first one.
Many more to come. Plusieurs autres à suivre.
OK. But, je sais que tout le monde était tellement excité là, de te voir intronisé au temple de la renommée qu'à travers le monde, il y a des gens qui faisaient des prières. There was people making prayers to see you inducted to the Hall of Fame. So they were just like, oh yes, finally, thank God he's inducted. Hein? Donc, un petit souvenir, little souvenir of the Baku induction.
Yes, I guess they figured it was a miracle that somebody that started judo in a church basement could make it all the way to the Hall of Fame.
Well, starting and discussing about that, you said you started judo in the basement of a church. Tu as dit que tu avais commencé le judo dans le sous-sol d'une église. Donc, à ton jeune âge, when you were pretty young, because it seems to be you at the time, ça semble être toi. Tu as commencé le judo quand exactement? When did you start judo and where precisely?
J'ai commencé en 1978. I started in 1978. That picture is probably around 80 or 81. C'était dans les loisirs de la ville de Montréal. I started in just the city recreational activities. It was in a school basement where we were setting up gymnastic mats on concrete floor. So I learned the hard way, setting up mats and falling on concrete. And probably why I decided that falling was not an option. Donc, j'ai commencé, c'était vraiment des débuts modestes là, dans un sous-sol d'église et où on devait installer à chaque pratique les tapis qui étaient des tapis de gymnastique. à velcro là, que tout le monde a vu, qui était directement sur le plancher de béton. Évidemment, les chutes étaient douloureuses et je mets la cause de ma compréhension qu'au judo, il ne fallait pas tomber sur la dureté du plancher de l'église.
Well, that story tells us that, wherever you come from, small club, big club, sky is the limit. Tout peut arriver, peu importe dans le club dans lequel tu as commencé.
Well, I think from a recreational standpoint, and we see it if we look at our national team, athletes are coming from everywhere. Where they start, they migrate to more competitive club at some point, but people they come from everywhere, and some you don't even guess where they started because it's such a small club. But you need to have the passion, learn the passion, love the sport. It's the first step before getting everywhere. So, je pense qu'on regarde notre équipe nationale, où est-ce qu'ils ont débuté le judo. Évidemment, ils ont tous débuté le judo, souvent dans des clubs récréatifs. Ils ont migré vers des clubs plus compétitifs en cours de route avant de se rendre au centre national ou peu importe. Mais ils ont tous débuté dans des petits clubs où ils ont appris à aimer le sport. Et je pense que c'est le point de départ pour faire une longue carrière. C'est vraiment la passion pour le sport.
If you had not been in judo, what other sport you would have liked to practice when you were young? Tu n'avais pas fait de judo quand tu étais jeune, hein? T'aurais pratiqué quel sport?
Bonne question. No clue. I pretty much tried everything, and I stick to judo. So I think sport was made for me. I did everything on a quite recreational basis. I always loved sport. I always loved to compete, but I always went back to judo. Donc, j'ai fait à peu près tout. Plutôt sur une base récréative, même si j'ai toujours adoré compétitionner. Pour avoir touché à peu près à tous les sports en étant jeune, je suis quand même tout le temps revenu au judo et j'ai jamais je me suis jamais questionné à savoir si je devais basculer vers un autre sport ou rester au judo. La passion a toujours été là.
There is a question that everybody's asking me. It's not true. Il y a une question que les gens me demandent, mais c'est pas vrai. It's my question, Did you ever use that stamp to send you a letter? As-tu déjà utilisé ce timbre pour envoyer une lettre?
Oh boy, good question. I will answer no because I did not want to get a big stamp across my face at the post office.
Mais tu l'as jamais utilisé?
Je dis non, mais bon, sûrement.
C'est une question que tout le monde se posait, naturellement. Now we're going into a more private, intimate way. The theme is discovery. Il y a plein de gens qui essaient de découvrir des choses de Nicolas Gill. Lots of people want to know things about Nicolas Gill. What is your favorite meal? C'est quoi ton repas préféré?
Oh boy, I'm a meat and potato guy. I love meat. I like a big, juicy steak on the barbecue.
Bon, le steak, la viande.
Ouais, c'est un carnivore.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask the question. I'll probably know the answer because I'm going to say, est-ce que tu écoutes le AM ou le FM? Do you listen to AM or FM? Whatever. So for the young, AM is like a long time ago. What is your favorite music? Do you listen to music? Est-ce que tu écoutes la musique? T'aimes-tu ça?
I kind of stopped listening to music at some point. I'm not quite sure why. I haven't purchased any music forever. I don't. Well, I guess now you listen to music on your phone, but I do not have anything to listen to music. In my car, I just listen to the news.
C'est ça, je disais, hein? Écoute les nouvelles.
Et historiquement, il y avait beaucoup les nouvelles, c'était sur le AM, mais maintenant, ils ont tous basculé au FM. Donc, Pat, qui me connaît très bien, il peut plus rire de moi qui écoute le AM dans son auto. J'écoute maintenant le FM depuis très peu de temps.
Wow! I'm impressed. Je suis impressionné, guys. He listens to FM now. He's listening to FM. Wow, that's a discovery for me as well. C'est une découverte pour moi. Avec le confinement, with pandemic, I know you watch series on, Netflix, on some stuff like that. Je sais que tu écoutes pas mal de séries. So, c'est quoi ta série préférée dernièrement là, sur à télé?
I'm kind of right with the pandemic. I'm kind of running out of Netflix series. I guess some that generate interest to me over the last few months. I sort of enjoyed the Jordan series, but I thought they kind of missed it. But that was the one probably that generated the most curiosity. Probably that's why it created some disappointment. The other one that I sort of enjoyed and was I went back to all the Prison Break series. I went back in the past.
La série Jordan, c'était bon, mais c'est vrai, on est déçu un petit peu par Michael Jordan. Je pensais pas qu'il était comme ça. Moi aussi, j'avoue. Mais Prison Break, c'est vieux ça.
Right. I went through the newest one, and but I was surprised. I enjoyed it. I thought the clever bad guy was interesting.
You've been across Canada. Tu as fait le tour du Canada, j'imagine, de Est, Ouest, Nord, Sud, là. Mais y a-tu un endroit que tu n'as pas visité, que tu n'as pas exploré? Is there one place that you never visited or never explored in Canada? Except for North, là, avec les ours polaires, là?
I went to, I guess, Yukon and PI. I never made PI. Yukon and PI, I think, is the two provinces I've never been. Je pense que je suis jamais allé au Yukon et à l'île du Prince-Édouard.
Whoa! If PI people are listening, you get a bid for an actual event to bring the CEO.
There's the kind of games that will be in PI in 2023. I think judo hopefully will be back by then. I think that's probably will be a great opportunity to go to PI. Yukon, I will have to put it on my bucket list as maybe I'll have to wait for the kids to be a bit older and maybe go on holidays.
Ouais, Holidays in Yukon, c'est d'après moi, c'est soit les moustiques sont gros comme ça, soit il fait vraiment un petit peu fret. So for me, I think Yukon is a very nice place because there was Canada game there, but the mosquitoes are like this, and it's a little bit chilly sometimes, you know. But it's nice.
The beauty of Canada.
Ouais, tout à fait. Il faut que tu finisses la phrase. You got to finish the answer. If I wasn't involved in judo, I would be
not a rock star.
Si j'étais pas impliqué dans le judo, je serais une rock star.
Not a rock star.
Ah, not a rock star. OK.
La traduction, je ne serais pas une vedette de rock.
Alors, tu serais quoi? What would you be?
No clue.
Oh. Wow. Hey, lucky I have other question to ask. You know?
Well, my goal was never to be anything else. So I made it a goal to spend my life enjoying myself in judo. And I was confident I could do it, and so far so good.
Well, speaking for you, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Maybe not for my employees, but
well, we're not going to go in that path. On n'ira pas sur ce terrain-là. What is your favorite way to spend the day off on this particular time? C'est quoi ton moment, ton lieu ou ton moment, tes choses favorites en ce moment pour relaxer, changer d'air?
For the last 7 years, I was removed. That right was removed from my life, as my kids have all the power and I've takes all the decisions. So, depuis 7 ans, je n'ai plus ce droit de choisir qu'est-ce que je choisis dans mes temps libres, et ce pouvoir revient entièrement à mes enfants.
Mais I know one thing, and I will show it to the people. C'est une chose, je vais le montrer aux
boy.
gens. Il y a un endroit particulier, that a new place that you've purchased lately and that is wonderful. Il y a un endroit que tu as acquis dernièrement et vous passez du temps en famille. Et oui, mesdames, messieurs, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the boat from James Bond. C'est le bateau de James Bond. Alors, parle-nous de ça. Talk about this.
Well, not for the last 5 years. We have a cottage up north. We switch. We sold the first one, but the new one that you see the pictures, and the Laurentides, not so far from Saint-Sauveur, for people that know. Donc depuis, ça fait 1 an maintenant qu'on a cette propriété dans le Nord, et je vous dirais que on n'a aucunement regretté l'achat durant la pandémie.
And it's wonderful, by the way. C'est magnifique, c'est vraiment super. La dernière question personnelle, last question, more personal. If you had the chance to have a superpower, and don't say you have it already, what would it be? Si tu avais la chance d'avoir un super pouvoir, ça serait lequel?
I will say predict the future. I tried to do it, but I do not master it. Je pense que le pouvoir que j'aimerais avoir serait de prédire le futur. Ce serait tellement utile de savoir ta prochaine question dès maintenant. If I could know Pat's next question right now, it would be so useful in my life. So, yeah, that's my final answer. Predict the future.
Well, if you get this superpower, let me know. You know, maybe we can buy a 649 together. On pourrait acheter le 649 ensemble. Yes. Never know. And I'm gonna salute our colleague that is connected right now. Andre Sunday is sitting in front of his computer and watching us. Andre, we salute you, and wait. There's going to be a question on you soon. Wait. Attends, André.
Predicting the future would be also very useful to work with Andre.
So, Andre, we salute you. So, more judo question-oriented now for this team. What is your personal most memorable judo match? C'est quoi ton combat de judo le plus mémorable?
Sans contredit, de me retrouver dans une finale aux Jeux Olympiques. I think obviously the Olympic final did not end up as I wish. Did not plan to make posters across the world for the following 10 years, but definitely to be in this position is I mean, that's why I did it. How I did it, that's to end up there. I was, for the first time in my career, I was exactly where I wanted to be. And, you know, I had this, during that day, you know, one thing that went through my mind, I was against Stéphane Traîneau in semifinal, and in my mind, you know, it was a given. I should have probably not thought that, but, and in the other semifinal was Inoue of Japan against the Italian Luigi Guido, and you know, one of my fear was that I would become Olympic champion beating Guido in the final, and says Jesus, I cannot live with myself being Olympic champion and beating Guido in the final. So I was more worried about Inoue somehow slipping and losing the semifinal than actually me losing the semifinal. And while I was on the mat fighting Traino, and I hear the crowd go, woo, and start applauding, I said, okay, phew, Inoue won. Okay, I gotta finish this match. And because for me, it was exactly what I wanted. Different ending, but to be in the final of the Olympics against the best player of his time was, all I wanted was a shot to become the best of the best.
So, en français, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, I will try to. En essayant de dire la même chose. Donc, je pense que le combat le plus mémorable de ma carrière, évidemment, ça a été la finale aux Jeux olympiques. C'est toujours là que j'ai espéré me retrouver. Toute ma carrière, tous les efforts que j'ai faits, c'était dans ce but ultime. Et pour ceux qui connaissent un peu le déroulement des Jeux olympiques, entre les quarts de finale et les demi-finales, il y a une pause, c'est 2 blocs différents. Et dans la pause, moi j'étais en demi-finale contre Stéphane Traîneau de la France. Et pour moi, j'étais très confiant de remporter le combat. Je m'inquiétais pas trop de ça. Je pense qu'il y a Léon qui t'appelle, Pat.
Il va attendre. Léon is calling me. It's my dog, ladies and gentlemen. My dog is calling me. But he's gonna wait. Il va attendre.
Et ma plus grosse inquiétude, c'était que je me retrouve champion olympique en battant l'Italien en finale, qui aurait été une surprise incroyable que l'Italien batte Inoue. Et c'était probablement, dans la pause, ma plus grande inquiétude. Et mon désir, c'était d'affronter Inoue en finale et évidemment de le battre. C'était pas la fin espérée, mais c'était le moment que j'espérais, que j'ai travaillé toute ma carrière, de me retrouver dans une finale olympique contre le meilleur judoka de la génération, celui qui était l'homme à battre. Et mon but, c'était que ce soit moi le
héros.
Le héros de faire, en fait, c'était un peu d'accomplir l'impossible, parce qu'à cette époque, je pense que personne ne s'attendait que quelqu'un puisse battre Inoue. D'ailleurs, je pense qu'il a passé autant de temps en finale que dans tous ses autres combats de la journée accumulés. Donc, puis la finale n'a pas été si longue que ça. Mais c'était exactement ce que l'opportunité que je voulais. Et bon, j'en garde des très, très beaux souvenirs malgré la fin qui n'était pas la fin espérée.
En tout cas, comme tu l'as dit, mais tu ne l'as pas traduit, mais je vais le traduire pour les francophones. Une chose est sûre, c'est que tu auras fait l'histoire parce que c'est une des photos les plus téléchargées ou une vidéo le plus regardée, cette finale. Naturellement, une magnifique chute. Rien à dire.
J'aurais pas pu tomber comme ça sur mes tapis de gymnastique dans le sous-sol d'église. Je me serais pas relevé.
Bon, ceci étant dit, c'est who is and who was your favorite judoka on the international circuit? Qui était, soit à l'époque, soit aujourd'hui, le judoka, ton meilleur judoka, celui que tu admirais le plus?
Ouf! Je n'ai jamais vu. Je pourrais pas en pointer un. Je pense que je sais reconnaître les forces de tous et chacun. Il y en a qui sont... il y en a plusieurs qui sont exceptionnels pour des raisons différentes. Je peux pas dire que j'ai un favori plus que les autres. Je pense que comme judoka, comme entraîneur, j'ai toujours essayé d'apprendre du maximum de personnes, d'observer. As a judo player, as a coach, I always try to learn from everybody. I think there's numerous very good judo players that have all their strength. and we can learn from pretty much anybody. And yeah, so there's not one that I especially like more than others. I try to recognize everybody's strength and learn from it.
Tu me désarçonnes. I don't know what to say. By the way, je prends 2 moments pour dire à tous ceux qui nous saluent, là, Priscilla, Leslie, Stephen Burgess, Pascal, Christian Roy, Claude Bédard. Bonjour à tout le monde. On est content que vous nous écoutiez. We're very happy you're listening to us and watching us. And Andre, that is made the comment that in 1996 you also wanted to fight against the best. He did.
Yes, I did. Sadly, I didn't.
Businessman during the time off, huh? You're a businessman during the time off. You already answered why did you stay involved in judo, because it was your passion. Tu as déjà répondu à la question parce que tu étais un passionné du judo, tout ça. Mais tu es un businessman, mais en même temps, tu essaies de laisser des traces et l'histoire du judo et de ta carrière. You're trying to leave some, info about, because you were very quiet at the time and you were very, I'm not saying shy, je dis pas gêné, mais tu étais plus réservé sur ta carrière et tout ça. Alors, il y a une question que tout le monde se pose. There's a question that everybody's asking that. Is it true that you know 1,000 movements? C'est vrai que tu connais des lobes aux 1000 mouvements.
It was a quote from Louis Jani. Back in the days when Louis was traveling with us, he was working as a national coach, and it was a kind of reference to that. And yes, so that was my goal, but I'm not quite sure I succeeded to be able to. I'm not quite sure I can actually do properly 1,000 movements.
Bon, alors ça répond à nos questions. C'est ton livre qui a été écrit, qui a été publié, je pense, l'année passée ou il y a 2 ans. It's been published last year, 2 years ago?
3 years ago now. Time flies.
Time flies, yes, true. Now into your role as of today, it's 2020, soon 2021.
Not soon enough.
You're actually CEO and HPD for Judo Canada. How do you handle both roles at the same time? T'es DG puis directeur haute performance. Comment tu jumelles les 2 rôles en même temps?
That's where I will read the script that you wrote me. I have a great COO, and I'm able to do my job very well. I'll joke apart. I think it's the effort of a group. I have a strong team of employees. Yes, I have 2 titles, but I do not do everything. Thank God. Je pense que ce qui me permet d'avoir les 2 rôles, on va dire, c'est les collègues, les employés qu'on a une très bonne équipe d'employés qui permettent justement d'accomplir peut-être ces 2 responsabilités qui peuvent être demandantes par moment, mais bien entourées. Je pense que c'est la clé qui permet de faire tout ça. And Pat did not pay me to say that.
No. No, I did not pay him for saying that. Of course not. Avec la pandémie, le retour au judo, il est pas facile, puis il sera pas facile à travers le Canada. Comment tu vois les choses pour, on va dire, les athlètes, naturellement, à la pointe du triangle, là, qui vont devoir aller sur le circuit international, puis les clubs en général. With the pandemic, a return to judo is not and will not be easy across Canada. Of course, we know that, and, we're not blind. How do you see things for the top athletes for the return on the international circuit, and how do you see it for clubs in general?
Well, I think it's judo as a sport is, it's not specific to Canada. It's, I think, worldwide, and it's not specific to sport. I think we're facing globally one of the biggest challenges that we had over, probably the last pandemic. So this we have to acknowledge that our situation, everybody's in the same boat. Everybody as a society needs to work together. As a sport, there's, like you mentioned, there's a few sides of it. The Tokyo Olympics were postponed 1 year. I don't think anybody can say for sure they will happen. There's still a risk of cancellation that's out there. From an organization standpoint, those type of decisions are above my pay grade, I would say. Our funding partners and the government are still focusing on Tokyo performance, and this is what's directed to us. So we have to transfer that into programs and deliver programs. So the one big focus right now from Judo Canada is to prepare the athletes in the running for Tokyo with the little bit of information that we have. So we're working hard to secure them proper training, the best training we can offer in the situation that we have now. Donc, évidemment, c'est une situation historique qui va au-delà des frontières, qui va au-delà de notre sport. Je pense que c'est la société au grand complet mondial qui est challengée. Je pense qu'on tend à l'oublier souvent. On pense malheureusement trop souvent à nos problèmes personnels. Mais nos problèmes, ils sont partout. On n'a qu'à regarder autour de nous les compagnies qui ferment, les gens qui perdent leur emploi, etc., etc. Donc, c'est un défi mondial, comme on n'a pas eu depuis très longtemps dans l'histoire. Pour Judo Canada, il y a certains, je dirais, il y a certaines des décisions qui sont prises au-delà de nous. Les Jeux olympiques qui étant décalés d'1 an, qui sont encore, on va dire, un peu à risque de cancellation. Je pense qu'il n'y a personne qui peut garantir la tenue des Jeux olympiques l'été prochain. Mais les décisions qui ont été prises par nos partenaires financiers qui financent l'organisation, c'est que c'était une priorité pour le Canada encore. Et nous, notre travail, c'est de mettre en place des mesures, des processus d'entraînement pour préparer les athlètes le mieux possible dans les conditions qu'on a. Et c'est ce qu'on essaye de faire. Ça a été une on va dire, des gros projets des dernières semaines, des derniers mois. Ça a été de trouver une façon à permettre nos athlètes de s'entraîner, de réintégrer l'entraînement le mieux possible. Donc ça, cette partie-là, évidemment, les enjeux ont complètement changé, mais l'objectif demeure le même. So for the Tokyo and our best athlete, and the direction we're given is Tokyo is a priority on top of even future generations. So this is maybe harsh. We can definitely debate, but this is coming from above us, and that's what's our responsibility and our role when we're accepting the government funding to fulfill their goals. So that's one part of it. That's a small part of it. I would say it's the easy part. The much harder part, I think, is the return to judo. Nationally, we have roughly 400 clubs in the country. Nous avons, je pense, la partie la plus difficile, la partie haute performance est relativement simple. La partie retour au judo est un peu plus complexe sur l'ensemble des clubs. On a à peu près 400 clubs au pays, éparpillés évidemment dans toutes les provinces et tous les territoires. I think one thing the pandemic reminded us of, I think it's beyond the sport system, but I think it was a strong reminder in the sport system our political structure and line of responsibility and jurisdiction. Obviously, we are a national organization that's dealing with 10 provinces, 3 territories that have all their jurisdiction. And, this nothing like a good crisis to remind everybody their role and responsibility. And our role is to coordinate that. Donc, la pandémie, je pense, elle a rappelé un peu dans le monde du sport les rôles et responsabilités et juridictions nationales, provinciales, et un peu rappeler à tout le monde qui devait faire quoi. Évidemment, nous, notre travail, c'est supporter les 13 provinces et territoires dans tout ça. Évidemment, il y a encore énormément d'inconnus. C'est ce qui rend, je pense, la prise de décision la plus difficile. I think as of now, the unknown is so great. It makes decision-making challenging. The other aspect we have to work with from our standpoint is one province to the other, they're at different state. They make a slightly different decision. And we have to juggle with all this to try to offer some form of national guidelines that will incorporate maybe 13 different process. So, évidemment, la situation d'une province à l'autre est très différente. Les recommandations sont légèrement différentes. L'état de la situation est légèrement différent. Nous, on doit jongler un peu avec tout ça et offrir des directives qui autant que possible, incluent tout le monde et supportent tout le monde. So it's we obviously the next year will be different. We should not expect the same season as we had in the last few years. To which extent, if I could predict the future, if I had my superpower, I could be very helpful right now. Donc, évidemment, la saison qui s'en vient sera très différente, probablement différente d'une province à l'autre. Il y aura des décisions à prendre, à savoir où on met les priorités. Est-ce qu'on attend que les 10 provinces et 3 territoires sont de retour à l'entraînement complet avant de relancer les compétitions, par exemple? There will be a difficult decision to take down the line. Do we wait for the 13 province and territory to be back in full training before relaunching event, et cetera, et cetera. So those will be tough decisions. Part of it will be directed to us by our funding partners that at the end are calling the shot. So yeah, it will be challenging. Now I think everybody, a lot of provinces are hoping to get the situation to improve slightly quickly. I think a lot of people are waiting for the next phase and hoping this will be the launch of judo at a bigger scale. Je pense qu'il y a plusieurs provinces qui attendent d'avoir des nouvelles sur l'annonce d'une nouvelle phase des confinements dans la pratique du judo. I think this next series of announcement in each province will answer a lot of our question and concern. Obviously, I'm sure all the parents that have young kids at home are all concerned about the return to school. Obviously, I think as a society, this is the next big challenge. Je pense que tous les parents qui ont des enfants à la maison s'inquiètent tous sur la rentrée scolaire. Je pense comme société, c'est le prochain gros défi qu'on va faire face. Et quand ce défi sera surmonté, when this challenge of the return to class will be succeed, I think everybody will have, I would say, a bit more confidence in returning to sport, involving their kids into sport, because above government, I would say permission or approval to return to sport, there's parents that needs to be confident in what we do. Donc, au-delà comment dire, des approbations gouvernementales pour la reprise du sport et je vais bien au-delà du judo, c'est pas uniquement un problème du judo. Il y aura la confiance des parents à regagner pour justement avoir le confort de renvoyer son enfant faire du sport. Little anecdote. My kids, they play soccer in the summertime for the last 3 summers. And, you know, it's the registration in our regional program drops, 2/3. So there I have 1/3 of members playing soccer. And so the confidence of parents are not there yet. I think there's tons of examples out there. Donc, le gain de confiance des parents sur la sécurité de leurs enfants va être clé dans le retour. Et pour moi, cette partie-là sera probablement bien plus dure à regagner que l'approbation gouvernementale de la reprise. L'anecdote que je disais, mes enfants jouent au soccer depuis 3 ans et cet été, il y a une chute de 67% dans l'association régionale. Sur un sport qui, de nature, je pense, moins invasif que le judo, évidemment. Donc, this confidence will be key. And things needs to be done properly, and we need to be patient, and it will come back. The question is when, and we have to be ready to work hard and work for, to get back to 2019 was a historic year for Judo Canada in many ways, and to get back to that level in all aspects of the sport, it will take a few years to return to this rate of success in organization wise, and high performance wise, and event wise. So we have to be ready to put in a few more hard years of work ahead of us. And Pat is ready. Yes.
We are gonna be ready. Tout va bien aller. All will be fine. Well, je fais du chemin justement sur ce que tu dis. I piggyback on what you're just saying, that lately we at work we've been developing new tools for the community, and specifically for the clubs and for the province. Can you tell just a little bit more about this? I'm going to show some of the new programs that we announced, and then we announced it on the social media lately. For on the COVID-19 section, there's a video of Antoine Valois-Fortier for a warm-up, Newaza, Tachiwaza. There's training plan for phase 1 to 2. There is concussion poster and response plan, and of course there will be soon, for people that did not register yet, webinars coming, and marketing webinars and concussion webinars. So tell us about this. Parle-nous un petit peu des nouveaux programmes, des nouvelles choses qui ont été faites dernièrement, puis qui vont peut-être pouvoir servir justement à la communauté pour dans les mois qui vont suivre.
So over the last few months, we have worked obviously on COVID guidelines and tools to return to judo. The clubs know how to operate normally, but in phase 1 and 2 of the guidelines, nobody has experience. So we work hard to develop tools to help clubs to be able to run program in non-traditional way. Donc, les dernières semaines, on a passé plusieurs heures de travail à essayer de développer des outils pour aider les clubs dans la relance post-COVID. Plus spécifiquement pour la phase 1 et 2, où il y a beaucoup plus de travail à distance et individuel. Tout le monde sait comment... je pense qu'il n'y a pas de souci pour les clubs de donner des entraînements réguliers, mais dans cette situation-là, on croit important de fournir des outils de référence aussi pour pour aider. Donc, ça a été une des grosses parties du travail des dernières semaines, des derniers mois. The other part of the work, obviously, the first part was focus on COVID and the return to sport, especially in phase 1 and 2. The other part, we were we had project on the back burner that needed update. Our concussion policy was not perfectly up to date, and tools to educate parents and instructor also were needed to be developed. So concussion is one of it. We have a few more that will be distribute in the next few weeks and months. So we've been working on project trying to update a lot of our documents to be up to date. Donc, la première partie, évidemment, du travail a été orientée sur la COVID, le retour au judo, surtout dans la phase 1 et 2, comme je mentionnais. L'autre partie du focus a été mis sur des outils, certains aspects qu'on était un petit peu en décalage, comme on a un peu d'outils. Nos outils de promotion et d'éducation pour les commotions cérébrales étaient un petit peu passé date. On avait besoin d'un petit refresher, une petite mise à jour. Un petit mise à jour. Donc, ça a été complété. And just to all clubs will receive some posters and tools to help in the education and prevention of concussion. Donc, lors du premier mailing de la fédération, tous les clubs recevront des outils sur un poster sur la prévention des commotions et l'éducation. Donc, c'est le premier gros projet qu'on va lancer. On a d'autres projets comme ça qui sont en cours de se finaliser. Et c'est beaucoup des outils pour aider les clubs à livrer différents programmes qu'on annoncera au cours des prochaines semaines.
Merci, Mr. Gill. Thank you, Mr. Gill. To this, I can confirm you that in production, there's also the poster of the strength, le poster de force et endurance. Donc, pour hommes et femmes qui est en production, ça va être envoyé avec les posters de commotion cérébrale. Strength poster will be sent as well in the roll-up, dans le rouleau. So you will receive lots of I would call it a gift, but it's like tools for your clubs soon. Vous allez recevoir ça bientôt. You said that in 2019 was a good year for Judo Canada. Tu as dit qu'en 2019, ça avait été une bonne année. Judo Canada a organisé le premier Grand Prix de son histoire. We organized the first Grand Prix ever in Canada. Actually, finalist at the Gala Sport Québec for Best International Event of the Year. How do you feel about this? Comment tu te sens d'être finaliste au Gala Sport Québec comme événement de l'année international?
Moi, comment dire, je me considère pas finaliste. Je nous considère finalistes. It was obviously a large team effort. It was a big challenge for a small organization like us. For people's benefit, the Grand Prix is a $2.5 million project. That's live on TV worldwide. So c'est un projet de 2,5 millions qui est diffusé à la télévision mondialement en direct. Something obviously that was never done before. And I had this discussion with Mr. Kojima that was behind the World Championship in 1993. And when we're discussing the size of compare the size of the World Championship and the Grand Prix, financially, the Grand Prix was pretty much 10 times bigger than the World back in 93. So that's how Judo evolved. And I'll be honest, the Grand Prix was more challenging than expected. And I think that all of us expected. And we had to dig deep to get it done. And, it was a great opportunity for myself to see the value of the employee of the organization and their dedication to judo, and it was great to see. So to get any form of recognition for that, I think it's a bonus, and it's great to see that it was perceived as a success from outside perspective. I think for me, what's the biggest, I'd say, what made me the happiest about this the event is when some of the IGF, I would say, staff or people involved in the events, how happy and how pleased they were with the crowd. I think that's one aspect that was great to see, is the number of spectators and the reaction and the knowledge of it was a crowd of people that like judo. They weren't only cheering for Canadian, they were cheering for successful judo. They knew athletes, they knew good judo, they recognized it, and they were I would say that very respectful. And I think this is I see Jason Scott says that they were loud in the section.
Yes, he was loud. They were loud, of course, and we thank you all.
And to me, to have attended numerous events over the last 30 years, it had to be one of the best crowd ever. And you can claim I'm biased, but you go to Paris, there's 18,000 people, but they're just cheering for the French and they're booing everybody. they're not a nice crowd. La partie que je retiens le plus et que je pense qui a été appréciée, que plusieurs personnes m'ont souligné, c'était les spectateurs. Évidemment, je pense que c'est l'événement qui a attiré le plus de spectateurs dans l'histoire du judo canadien. Mais la connaissance, le respect, l'appréciation des athlètes par les spectateurs, pour moi, était tout à l'honneur de notre communauté, parce que c'est pas le travail d'un individu, c'est pas le travail des employés, c'est vraiment le résultat de l'engagement de toute la communauté. Et ce qui était l'objectif derrière tout ça, c'était d'engager la communauté. Donc, je pense que cette partie-là était ce qui m'a fait le plus plaisir.
Ouais, et on peut le lire aussi dans les commentaires, Pascal Christian Roy qui dit qu'il était assis avec la famille de Teddy Riner. Oui, naturellement, on avait la légende de Riner qui était de retour après tant d'années à Montréal. We had Teddy Riner at this event, and it was like, big news for, and I think he was pleased and he was happy to be back in Montreal to recover and to come back on the mat. Je suis certain qu'il était il a bien apprécié. En tout cas, on était bien content qu'il soit avec nous. We're very happy that he was with us. So, bonne chance pour le Grand Prix, le Gala Sport Québec. Good luck for the Gala. And we'll see where it goes. In April 2020, Judo Canada was supposed to organize the Pan Am, last big event before Olympic Games for Pan American Union. Pushed in June and now in the end of November. How do you see things in the actual reality that we are? Hein? Avril 2020, on devait tenir le Pan Am. Ben oui, avril 2020, Pan Am. Mais non. Repoussé en juin. Et là, maintenant, repoussé en fin novembre, le 20, 21, 22 novembre à Montréal. Tu sais, à cette date-ci, là, au 20 août 2020, là, ça sent quoi?
Ça sent quoi? Very good question.
C'est là, predict the future. Hein?
Yes, predict the future. The International Federation wants to restart the calendar. They just published their tournament COVID standard. They hope to relaunch the international calendar at the end of October or mid-October, end of October,
mid-October,
in Europe. Donc, la Fédération internationale espère reprendre le calendrier international mi-octobre, fin octobre, en Europe. Dans le, ils ont développé une politique, ils ont publié cette semaine, en début de semaine, leur politique officielle. Après plusieurs discussions. Il n'y a rien de confirmé encore. And just like Canadian politics, the international judo world has a lot of level of jurisdiction. So the Pan Am is actually under Pan American Judo Confederation. But IGF is the one that make it or not make it an Olympic selection. So we have to deal with both entity. The biggest challenge will be and I think that's where it will be decided if we can have foreigners enter the country. At this state, it's not possible. November 20th, or under a strong protocol, is it possible? We haven't fully explored the question. We were waiting for the IGF protocol before making the next move. Donc, je pense que l'enjeu sera l'entrée des étrangers au Canada. Présentement, avec la quarantaine. La quarantaine.
La quarantaine.
Oui, là,
magnifique.
C'est pas possible. Donc, on va voir. Là, on est rendu là. On attendait le protocole de la Fédération internationale. We still do not have the final word from Pan American Judo Confederation to if this protocol is what they're looking for. So we're waiting for a few confirmation before making a push to try to run it. What I would say is we'll try everything to have it. I think it would be such a way to relaunch judo in Canada. Je pense qu'on fera tout pour avoir l'événement. On fera tout dans notre possible. Ce serait tellement une belle opportunité pour relancer le judo au Canada.
There's a proposition from Eric Cohen, in the States. Move it to Mexico. Of course. Yes, my friend. We're happy you're listening to us.
We even have some U.S. fans.
Yes, so, we salute the Cohen family, everybody from the family.
Pat's dream come true is international now.
Yes. Before we get to another segment and Andre, get ready, it will be funny. Big question. You said you don't know, but can you put your finger in this answer? Est-ce que tu vas mettre le doigt dans la réponse? Et do you think we will have Olympic Games? Est-ce que tu penses qu'on aura des Jeux Olympiques?
They will do everything to have the Olympics.
You're a good politician. You're not answering my question.
do not have the superpower yet.
Oh, okay. We'll be working on this. On va travailler là-dessus. All right.
I sure hope so. Anyway.
Of course, for the athletes, for everybody, we just training hard all this time. Ils ont travaillé fort, ils sont entraînés. Soyons positifs. Be positive. There will be Olympic Games. On aura des Jeux Olympiques. Puis on va avoir trouvé un vaccin, and we will find a vaccine. Yes, sir.
Well, there are already vaccination in Russia.
Well, Aaron just wrote that he's available for test. No. Oh no, he didn't write this. Aaron. Okay. All right. Hey, before we go on the segment, play game. I want to go on the segment. A pat on the back segment. Yes, there is. La tape sur le dos, ou en tout cas, c'est la traduction simultanée. The pat on the back will be for Evelyn Beaton. Evelyn Beaton has been named from the Lethbridge Sports Hall of Fame. She's been named the Kinsman Sport Person of the Year. And she's from the Lethbridge Judo Club. So congratulations, Evelyn. Very proud of you. We're very, you make judo proud and keep training hard. Please, Dad, Mr. Beaton, Ewan, be nice. She's strong already. So, piano, eh? Il faut aller doucement. Là. She's the best, so be careful. Soon, it's over for you. Bientôt, c'est terminé, papa. So, that being said, we are at the moment we all waited for. On est au moment que tout le monde a attendu. Play game, Mr. Gill. Play game. On va jouer un petit jeu. And the game is, do you know your staff? Est-ce que tu connais ton équipe de travail? Es-tu prêt?
No.
Okay. Première question. First question. And I'm not using my buzzer to make like wrong. No. Be nice. Because you signed the check. Sing mon chèque. Je vais être gentil. How many times Andrzej Sade has been senior national champion for Poland between 1977 and 1987? Whatever the division. 6, 7, or 8?
Has to be 8 because he won Open. He was 4-time bronze medalist at European. So he needs at least double the gold medal at national championship.
So your final answer would be, ta dernière réponse serait?
8.
8! Wow, mesdames, messieurs, he's incredible. Il est incroyable. He knows Andrzej Sade perfectly. Andrzej Sade. 8, it is the answer. Whoa, I'm impressed. Je suis impressionné. Ooh.
That was an easy one.
Oh, so you probably have the superpower. Peut-être que tu as le super pouvoir. We'll see.
That's predicting the past is much, much easier than the future.
Well, will you sleep on the couch or no? That is the question you should ask yourself right now. Vas-tu coucher sur le divan? Oui ou non? Between 1997 and 2006, how many Pan Am titles did Marie-Hélène Chisholm won? Games and championships together. Donc, de 1997 à 2006, combien de titres panaméricains Marie-Hélène a remporté, ceci étant des Jeux et des championnats ensemble? La réponse est 2. The answer is 2. Are you sure? Is it your final answer?
Yes.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, he will not sleep on the couch. Il dormira pas sur le divan. Woo! Bravo! Hey! Wow! Yes. Indeed. J'avais déjà préparé un divan ici pour toi, là, juste ici en arrière. And, okay, but that was easy. Ça a été bien trop facile. Oh, I didn't make it too hard. Last question, la dernière question. In 2001, Sasha Mehmedovic won his first medal, third place at the Senior National Championship in Canada. Hold on.
Yes, he beat Jeff Villemur for bronze.
When did he win his first junior national title? En 2001, Sasha Mehmedovic a gagné sa médaille de bronze, sa première médaille de bronze au championnat canadien senior. Mais quand a-t-il gagné son premier titre junior au championnat canadien?
He won I know this answer. 2001. He didn't win bronze senior 2001, 2003. Same year he won junior and lost U17.
So what's your answer? When did he win his first? And please, hey, are you using Judo Inside while I
no
question?
No.
Est-ce que tu utilises Judo Inside? Don't cheat.
No, my answer here.
So En quelle année a-t-il remporté?
Sasha, just for the record, Sasha won his first junior national after losing the U17 national for, I think, head diving or something. So he was like 16 years old. So he's born in 85, 2001.
Is it your final answer?
Yes. Oh.
That was the trick. It was 2002.
Oh.
2002.
Sorry.
Oh. But you know what? I'm impressed. Je suis impressionné.
I thought he was younger than that.
No, he's a dad now. He's old. He's very old. We salute everybody from the staff, everybody. Andre, impressive, eh? Wow. Good memory. Il y a une bonne mémoire, ce Gill. Incroyable.
I want some COO questions.
No. No. So, before we end up this, because we've been almost over an hour live on internet, but it's so interesting. C'est tellement intéressant. The last team, advices. So you said you're CEO and you're HPD. That means you're a coach and you're also an administrator. So a club owner, or you gères, tu gères tous les clubs à travers le Canada, ou en tout cas tu aides, tu soutiens, peu importe le mot qu'on utilise, whatever the word we use. So, si tu étais un coach, c'est quoi les en ce moment là, in 2020, 20 of August 2020, les 3 meilleurs conseils que tu pourrais donner à un athlète, the 3 best advice you could give to an athlete as of today, and les 3 meilleurs conseils que tu pourrais donner à un club ou un gestionnaire de club. What would be the 3 best advice you could give to a club owner or to a technical director?
Whoa! You didn't give me much prep for this one. I will start with the easy part. The athlete. I think and this applied for I think everyone. Success always comes with hard work and dedication. So this is the first advice for everybody is you have to work hard, and nothing comes easy. So you have to put the effort. The other aspect to work hard and not quit. You need to actually like what you're doing.
Yeah.
So this is a great time to reflect for everybody, and it goes beyond what the life of judo is. You need to enjoy, and are you actually enjoying practicing the sport? And if the answer is yes, effort will come easily. So and I think the other advice is you have to surround yourself with challenging people if you want to be successful. So en résumé, je pense que la seule solution, c'est mettre de l'effort si on veut réussir, peu importe, surtout face à des défis gigantesques. Et pour que ces efforts-là viennent naturellement et facilement, je pense qu'il faut apprécier ce qu'on fait. Et l'autre conseil que je pourrais donner, que je pense qui est vraiment important, on n'accomplit rien seul. Il faut s'entourer de gens forts qui vont nous challenger, qui vont nous pousser. So, success is the work of a team. And a strong team is not the sum of individual skill set, but the work of a coherent group. And you need to be challenged. You need to disagree. You need to fight sometimes. And, especially I would say, and I mentioned that to one of my employees that was asking me if I was mad recently because he did not agree with me. I said, well, one thing is sure in the COVID time is there's no automatic answer and there's no easy solution. And sometimes, arguing and fighting about something will just push to make the right decision. So, if you want to make the right decision, you need to see both sides of the medal, and only when you see both sides, you can actually pick the best one. So, I guess my three advice applies for club owner and athletes. And I think, success, the process of success is the same from any, I would say, any field, from an athlete, from a businessman, from a father. The process to succeed and push yourself is the same, and it's something that needs to be how do you say that, work on a daily basis, and you need to remember it on a daily basis.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Gill. Monsieur Gill, merci beaucoup. Just to tell you, fans, that normally we always get a quote before our meeting on the Mondays, but I'm astonished by what you just told us live on Internet. Je suis vraiment impressionné. On a toujours une espèce de quote là, tous les matins, le lundi, dans nos meetings, mais là, c'est surpassé, c'est incroyable. This being said, you know what? It's the end. It's the end, c'est la fin. Mais, I'm telling you, Mr. Gill, you will not sleep on the couch parce que Marie-Hélène was watching. Marie-Hélène was watching, elle regardait et elle a marqué « Tu t'es pas trompé, mon champion. You got it right, my friend. » So,
it's performing under pressure.
Under pressure, yes. So, well, Mr. Gill, thank you so much, mon patron. Merci beaucoup. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed the show and you liked it. It seems to be. Hein? Monsieur Gill, est-ce que ça vous a plu? Did you enjoy?
Oui, très bien. Bravo, Monsieur Esperbel. Je pense que vous devriez en faire un à chaque semaine.
We'll talk about this later. On va en discuter plus tard. So, to everybody that watched, thank you very much. Amigos de México, et hasta la próxima. Et next one should be on September 17 or something like that. Ça devrait être vers le 17 septembre. In the name of all Judo Canada staff, please, folks, au nom de Judo Canada et de tous les employés, j'ai changé la phrase. C'est be safe, be strong, and train hard. Ouais. Faites attention, soyez forts et entraînez-vous fort. La saison va commencer. Judo will be back soon. Ça va être de retour bientôt. Alors, Monsieur Gill, Mr. Gill, thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup. Be safe, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you all. Bye-bye.